Today we're going to learn how to make some bubble and block letters for our name designs. Now, the biggest tip that I have for you today is to try to draw very lightly. We do not want to draw too dark. Now watch here really quick. I'll show you a little example on my paper. So if I started drawing really dark, oh my gosh, I even broke the lead to my pencil. Oh, Mrs. Blair. So yes, that's a really dark line. That's pressing really hard. And while it's great that we can see it, for what we're doing today, you really need to draw very lightly. We want really light lines that you can barely see because we want to erase them. So if I went and erased my really light lines, it's not there anymore. It's just not there. You can't see it. But if I went to try to erase this line, this really dark line, it's still there. And it's going to make our artwork not look as good. So please draw lightly. All right. Now, when you go to make your name, you can use an abbreviation if you want. So if you want to just use half of your name, so like my first name is Stephanie. If I just wanted to say Steph, that's okay. You could use your initials. You could use a nickname within reason. Please make sure anything's school appropriate. And because I know some of us have some longer names and it's hard to fit that on here. I'm just going to use my last name. You can do that too. Blair. And I'm going to write it on my paper. Let's see. How do I want this to go? I think I'm going to go into a curve. I think that'll look cool. B. Now make sure you're writing big too. We want this to take up our whole paper. L. A. I. R. Now, if you don't want to write it in a curve, I would say just write it in a straight line. However you want to do it, it's going to work, okay? So, now, to make your bubble or block letters, you are going to treat each letter like a racetrack. You're going to take your pencil and kind of go all the way around the edge, just like a racetrack. You're going all the way around. So, very carefully, all the way around. Now, I'm going to make a bubble letter. A bubble letter has a curved edge, just like this. It's going to look a little bit like a bubble, which is rounded. Curve, 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 curve. There we go, all the way around. Now I can go back and erase that middle. And because I drew lightly, you're not going to see that anymore. Erase, 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 erase. And then, because it's a B, I'm going to want to add a couple little circles in the middle. Bubble and bubble. And there's my bubble letter. I'll show you one more time. Here's the bubble L. Bubble all the way around. And erase the inside. Very simple. Now, block letters. Block letters are a little different. When I say block letters, you might think of a block or like a little children's block. It kind of looks like that. Okay? So blocks are a little bit more difficult because you are only working with straight lines. Now watch, I'll try it with my A. Now it's kind of hard because my A is rounded. So always try to think of block letters in straight lines only. So I'm going to start here. Straight, 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 straight. All right, here's the hard part. I think I'm just going to turn this into like a square. Straight, straight, straight. Once again, I can erase the middle. Come on in. And come and make a nice little square in the middle. And there's my A as a block letter. Same thing, I can make my I go around like a racetrack and make a square up there. Now the R is kind of one of those more tricky ones, but I'll just go with it. Straight, straight, straight. Ooh, what do I do now? I might just make this like a triangle shape almost, as long as I have those straight edges. There we go, that looks good. and I'll erase, and I'll erase. All right, friends, that's all you need to know, but when you go ahead, choose one or the other. Don't mix this up. You can either choose bubble letters that are rounded or block letters that are squared off. Go ahead, have fun, and don't forget to draw lightly.